In this section, we will be learning about swing. In previous section, I have discussed about AWT. The section was about AWT. So AWT is a GUI framework supported by Java. This is the very first GUI framework. Then later on, Java introduced Swing. Then latest one is Java FX. Okay. This is the simplest one. Then this Swing is having more features and Java FX is more advanced. So I have started with this one so that slowly you can learn how to build up the GUI. If you have not gone through this AWT section, so I suggest you go through that section, then only come on Swing, because I will not be covering very basic things inside Swing. I have covered them inside AWT. So I'm assuming that you already learned AWT, then you are coming to Swing. It will not take much time for learning this one. So though number of videos are more, but if you spend time on it, you can quickly learn. It is very easy. Then learning Swing will be very easy for you. Let us understand why Java has introduced Swing when already AWT was there. AWT was there from the beginning of Java, that is Java 1, and this Swing was introduced in Java 2. Let us compare Java AWT with Swing. See, first thing, AWT is platform dependent. Does statement sound confusing? Actually, Java is platform independent. Then how AWT is platform dependent? See, Java is a platform independent, no doubt. But when we develop an AWT application, when it is running upon some operating system like Windows, then all the GUI components, it will borrow them from Windows. What are GUI components? Button, checkbox, radio buttons, menu, dialog boxes, all these things, it will borrow them from Windows operating system. And if it is running on Mac OS, then it will borrow from Mac OS operating system. So on whichever operating system it is running, it will borrow the components from that host operating system. So the components of AWT are, so these components are platform dependent. Now in AWT, A means abstract window toolkit. So what is abstract here? The meaning of this abstract, abstract, it's not Java's abstract. In Java, abstract means you cannot create the object of a class. But in AWT, we can create an object of any class, like say button, we can create an object, isn't it? So this is possible. Then this button is not an abstract class. Then what does it mean by abstract window toolkit? See, the look and feel, how the button will look like, how it will look like, that depends on operating system. It is not defined by AWT. So its look and feel is abstract in AWT. So it's a window toolkit, that is framework for GUI, which is abstract. It borrows its definition from local operating system. This is the meaning of AWT. So now we can understand what is Swing here. Swing is independent of the operating system. How it is independent? Swing is having its own look and feel. All the components in Swing, they have their own look and feel. Definition is there. So they are not abstract. So like in Swing, we have the classes like JButton. So instead of button, it is JButton. So we can create an object of JButton. So just like how we can create an object here also in AWT, here also we can create an object. I have not written this completely. So this object will have its own look and feel. So it's not abstract. That look and feel is defined by Java itself. So if you come to this point, this AWT will have host look and feel, means wherever it is hosted on whichever operating system it is running, it will borrow the look and feel. And Java Swing is having its own look and feel, and that is also pluggable. You have different options for changing look and feel. So you can change the look and feel of an application. So it is just like, if I take an example, if a person is an Indian person, okay, if he is visiting a country like USA, so he will buy a dress from that country and he will look like a USA person. So he is not carrying dress with him, and he will buy the dresses from USA and he will look like that. And if he is going to a Gulf country, then From there he will buy the dresses, the local dress, and he will wear the attire of Gulf people. If he is going to China, then he will have the attire of Chinese people. So he is having his dress local to the country in which he is staying for a while. Now, same way, if you come to Swing, an Indian person is visiting different countries, but he is having his own dresses carrying in his baggage, in his luggage, and wherever he go, he will wear his own dress. So he will be wearing just Indian attire in whichever country he may be staying. So that is how Swing is. So with whichever operating system or application is running, it will have its own look and feel. It will not borrow the look and feel from operating system. So wherever you run the application, it looks like a Java application. Now let us come to the next point. See, these AWT classes or components are, these AWT components are heavyweight, okay, because they have to interact with the operating system for building up the GUI, but Swing components are lightweight. Though they do their own drawing, but they will do them quickly by themselves. So interaction with the operating system is less. Then AWT is having very few components. Then Swing is having a lot of components. So whatever the components AWT is having, that becomes a subset of this Swing components. Means same components are there. Means the look and feel is different, but button means button is also there. Okay. Plus extra components are there in Swing. And there is one more thing, that Swing supports MVC. This we will learn later. I have to explain you what is the meaning of MVC. Then I will explain you later. Okay. And one more important thing is that all the classes provided as a part of Swing in Java, they are called as JFC, Java Foundation classes. So Swing classes or Swing is also called as JFC, Java Foundation classes. So let us look at some extra components that Swing is having and what does it mean by look and feel. So in Swing, extra components are there, like this is a slider and this is a progress bar. There's a progress bar. You can show how much work is done, how much processing is done. And you can have labels with images and icons. Then color chooser is there, file chooser is there. File chooser is also there in AWT, but color chooser is not there. So color dialog box or color chooser is there in Swing. Then this is a spinner. You can increase or decrease the value by clicking on these buttons. A slider is there. This is tabbed panes. Tabbed pane. Click on the tab, you get different frames here or different forms you get. So tabs also you can create them easily in Swing. And this is the outer frame and these are all internal frames. So you can have frames inside another frame. So this is also possible in Swing. So Swing is having a lot of other components that makes your application easy, development easy, and you can build up a user-friendly interface. Then what does it mean by look and feel? Let us look at look and feel. See, these are the examples of look and feel. This is metal look and feel, Nimbus look and feel, Motif, and Windows Classic. So the look of the button and checkboxes is a little bit different, right? This is embossed one and this is beveled one. This is raised and this is in little depth, right? Checkboxes if you observe. Then this looked like flat checkbox. So the difference you can find, okay? So it's not a huge difference, minor differences are there. So that's how you can take a look and feel of an application. Now I will give you the demonstration. I will run one AWT application with a menu-based application, AWT as well as Swing. So same application I will run on Windows as well as Mac. Then you see how AWT application will differ from one operating system to other operating system and how a Swing application remains same from one operating system to another operating system. I have written the program in Notepad instead of NetBeans so that it is not done using any IDE. Directly I have written the code. This is a AWT program and my frame extends frame. I have a text field, button and layout is set and the text field and button are added. Then a menu bar and the menu is created. I am setting a menu. Okay, menu bar I am setting in the frame which is having a menu like open and close. So this is a simple menu based application. Let us run this application. Class name is AWT first. See, this is a AWT application, menu based application. You can find the menu is appearing here, right? Menu is appearing here inside the frame. This is how we have seen menu in AWT. If I close, it will not close. I have to press Ctrl C here. So it has stopped. Now same application, I will run it on Mac OS. Same application. So I have already written and compiled that same AWT first file, .class file. This .class file I will run inside Mac. Now this is Mac operating system. Now inside this, I will run Java on a terminal, AWT first. This is AWT application upon Mac operating system. So file menu is appearing here. So it is appearing like how it appears inside Mac operating system. It will show the menu of an application in this menu bar top, right? So menu bar is not there inside the frame. So its look and feel is different. And this is a AWT application. So wherever it is going, it is making its appearance similar to the native operating system or local operating system. Now let us come to Swing. This is a Swing application. Now frame is extending from JFrame. TextField is not TextField, it is JTextField, and it is JButton, JMenuBar. Just J is included for all. So these are all Swing classes. And JMenuBar, set JMenuBar, then object is created. And as I was telling you that look and feels are there, so I am showing what are the available look and feels on this operating system that are installed by Java. So we can check install look and feels also. And if you can select, if we want, you can select any one of the look and feel. I am not selecting, just I am showing the names of look and feel that are available on this operating system. So Windows operating system. Now I will run this program. So for this, I will open a different command window and I will run the application. Go to my Java. This is Java first Swing. Now this is the application, same application. The default look and feel is metal look and feel, and you can see that a menu is shown here. Okay, I will minimize this notepad, everything. Okay, command prompt. This is a AWT application and this is a Swing application. Menu is here, same, but little bit look is different. You can see that the title bar and the menu bar looks a little bit different. Now let us run the same Swing application upon Mac operating system. Run the application Java first Swing. See, this look and feel is same as the one that you have seen here, little bit different. But the important thing that I can show you here is that file menu is appearing here. It is not appearing in title bar. Here, if you see this, it's appearing here on the top of this Mac menu bar, but here it is having below the title bar. So it is appearing below the title bar, right? So this is different. So it is having its own look and feel. See, what are the available look and feel here? Metal, Nimbus, and Mac OS. All right. And here, if I show the command prompt, then you can see what are the look and feels available. Metal, Nimbus, Windows, Windows Classic. On Mac, these are available, right? So it is not same as AWT application. This is an AWT application and this is a Swing application. This is a Swing. So that's it. So I have shown you the difference, how a Swing application will have its own look and feel. It will not take the look and feel from macOS. Let us develop first application using Swing. So I have a project ready in NetBeans. So first of all, I will import required packages. So this is JavaX Swing dot. There are a lot of classes inside this one. So I will take star for time being, right? Basically, you should import only those classes which you are using. Now the style of application, I will follow the same style which I have shown in AWT. Okay, I will write my own class called myFrame, and this class will extends JFrame. Now it will be JFrame because this is Swing's frame. Frame means it is AWT frame. JFrame belongs to Swing. Now this application, I will develop a basic application for counting how many times a button is clicked. So for that, I will take label and button, JLabel as well as JButton. JLabel and JButton, these are Swing, label and button. Now I will take a constructor for this class myFrame. Inside this superclass constructor, this is Swing demo This is the first application we are developing. Now I will create the object of label as well as button, and I will add it to a frame just like how we do it in AWT. See, I'm assuming that you all have already covered AWT. Okay. So I have taken a label. Label is clicked count times. So here I have a variable count that is 0. So initially it will be 0 times. Then next I will take a button, new J button, and the button label, let it be click. Now I have to add these two, add label, and the next thing is add button. Now rest of the things that is handling an event on a button, we will do it afterwards. But first of all, I will run the application. So for running the application, I should create an object of my frame class, and I should set the size. Same thing that we do in AWT. Again, I am telling you, then set it visible. Okay, this will be true. This is 500 by 500. That's it. So the same thing I am doing. So the style of programming is same. I have shown you there are various ways of developing your own frame application. You can follow any one, but this is the best one I feel. It is more comfortable for developing frame-based applications. So I am following the same method. Let us run the application. What I am seeing, just a button, a big size button. So if you know, in AWT we learned that by default the layout manager will be a border layout. So we have to change the layout manager. I will change the layout manager, and again I will run it. But I will try to close this one. Oh, it is closed. AWT application will never close. So it is closing. Let us go back to application. That frame has closed, but the application has not stopped. I did not get a message here, successful completion message. I have to stop it. Oh, still I have to stop it. See, it is red color, means that it is stopped forcefully. Frame window is closing, but application is not stopping. Okay. So now come back to the application. I said we will set the layout. So set layout, new flow layout. Okay. Layout is set. Oh, flow layout is giving error. See, I am typing the code and experiencing it and then sharing you with what are the concepts behind. Okay. So I am getting an error here. So I'll put the cursor there. It says that cannot find a symbol. I will take the help from NetBeans, shift enter, add import for java.flowLayout. Okay, add java.awt.flowLayout. So still AWT is in use. So Swing uses a few components or few classes of AWT. Yes, it uses. So not just flow layout, I will put a star so that anything it requires, it takes it from there. Okay, flow layout it is taking from there. So flow layout is not defined in Swing. Okay, so Swing is borrowing the feature of AWT, that is layout manager. Now I have added this one. So we will get the label and the button properly. So we get both of them. But one more thing I will show you. Here inside a frame, that is JFrame. This is an object of JFrame, right? F dot set. Inside this, there is a method called set default close operation. I will take it. Default close operation means what should be done when the frame is being closed. So JFrame dot, there is a constant or final defined inside, exit on close. Exit on close. So if you write this, then the application will exit once you close frame. So this is very easy. If you remember, in AWT we were handling window listener for closing a window. In this video, I will explain about text fields in Swing, and also I will explain text area. These are much similar to AWT only, but there is one more text field called formatted text field. That is important. So that's what we are going to learn. For explaining about text field, I have taken a demonstration program. So through this program, we will learn about them. So already I have a skeleton of a Swing program ready. I have a myFrame class extending from JFrame, and this is a constructor. And inside main method, I am creating a frame and setting it visible. Now come to the constructor. I will create an object of JTextField TF1 new JTextField, okay, of size 15. I will take a that is number of columns. 15 is number of columns. I will add it to a frame, but before that, let us look at its methods. First one is add action listener. See, when the caret or keyboard cursor is inside text field and you are hitting enter, it causes action event and we can listen to that action event. Add action listener is there, and the same regular method of text field from AWT, that is set text and also get text. You can set the text and get the text. So we don't have to learn about the components now because we have already learned about them in AWT. Next, one more method is there, that is set tooltip text. This is coming from J component. Already I have shown you. Okay, you can set the tooltip text. Okay, so this is the regular text field. Now next text field is there, that is J formatted text field is there, TF2. So we can create a J formatted text field. So what is the formatted text field? See, we can make this text field only for numbers, or we can make it formatted for date or currency or percentage. So we can give a particular format to a text inside this text field. So for that, we have to define the format. So first of all, I will show you for date. So for date, we have set of classes. For formatting, we should define the format and then give it to text field. So let us take these as steps for making a date formatted text field. Date formatter, that DF. Okay, see, it's giving an error here. The date format. So it means a package should be included for this one. So this is not there in Swing. Then where it is? I will take the help of NetBeans. Now you can see that it is inside java.text package. Date format class is present inside java.text package. So there are other classes also inside this one. So I'll just put dot and show you what are the other classes inside this one. Date format is there, decimal format is there, right? And number format is there. So other classes are also there. Simple date format is there. So I will take star. I may be using more than one classes from there. So I will use star. Then date format, back to this one. Assign, create an object of simple date format. And that simple date format, I want the date in the form of DDMMYY. So first day, okay. Then slash. Instead of slash, you can use hyphens also. Month should be in capitals. Then YY, 4 digits for a year. I want a date should be in this format. So I have created a date format. That date format, I will give it to formatted text field. So date format is given to formatted text field. That's all. Now I will add these two things to a frame, then I will show you. So for adding to a frame, set layout, new flow layout, right? This is a regular work. Then add text field 1, then add text field 2. Now flow layout also is an error. Yes, we know about this one. So I should include java.awt package also. So I will put a star there. So if any more classes are required, it will take it from there. Now I will run this application. I am not handling any events on this. I can see first text field, but what about the second one? I can't see anything because I have not given the size. Okay, I will give the size. Go back. See, it is just like I'm exploring the topic. Instead of explaining you, I'm exploring it. Okay, so follow me and learn by exploring. So for this text field 2, I will set columns. Set columns. See, this is set columns. And I want to give the columns as 15. Then let us add it. Yeah, second text field. But where is date here? I can write anything there. It doesn't show any format. So actually it should have some value, then only it will show date. Okay, we will go back and we will set some value so that it shows some date. So inside text field 2, we will set some value. That value, I will give it as 0. Let us see. This is not a date. 0 is not a date. But let us see what happens when I give 0. When I give 0, it gives 1st January 1970. So Java counts date from this date. This is the beginning date in Java. So 1st January 1970. 0 means that is the beginning date. No, I want today's date. Okay, mention it here. So I can create an object of date and pass it here. New date. Now date is not in this packages. So again, import the package. So it is inside util package. I will take star for that one also. Now, so if you want, you can set today's date also. Just you have to create an object of date class there. So you can create an object of date class and give today's date. It will take today's date. Now one more thing. I will increase M. Okay. 2 more capital M's. Let us see what happens. Oh, it is showing the name of a month. Right. Now back to this. I will not show you more. You can explore rest. See, you can give hyphens or you can change the position of DDMMYY. You can write first YY, then month, then day. Any order you want, you can write down, and the date will be shown in that format. So this is about date formatting. Now let us take one more text field for number format. Now let us take one more text field for number format. So I will take JFormattedTextField. I have a formatted text field here. Now before this, I should give number format. So now whatever I am showing you, just follow them as steps. Okay. So you have to do this for setting some number format. For that, we have to take a class called number format. So NF is a reference. Now for this, we will not create or assign an object by taking new. We will get the instance. So number format dot get instance. So this is get instance. So it will get a instance of a number. So it will get an instance of a number format of type number. So it will get the instance of a number format. Now that instance, we will give it to one more class, that is number formatter. NFT, I am taking a reference as NFT, then number formatter. And to this, I will give number format. So there is one more class object that we have to create, that is number formatter. It's showing an error. For that, again, a different package is there. Let us check. Yes, see, there are 2 different packages, java.text and javaxswing.text. So this is inside swing. This is a part of swing, and this number format is not a part of swing. It is a part of text, Java text. So follow these as steps, just as steps, right? So we don't have to explore much for these. Whenever you have to do formatting of a number, then you have to follow these steps. Okay. The next. Now this is NFT. This NFT number format, I will give it to formatted text field. Now for this formatted text field, I should set the columns, right? Already I have shown you previously that there should be some size, then only it will be visible. Then also I should add it to text field, that is frame TF3. Now we'll run the application. This text field is for number. It is taking text also. It is taking text also. Where is the formatting? There is no formatting. There is no formatting. Let us go back. I'll show you one more thing. See here, we should limit it and to only numbers. So number formatter dot set allow invalid. Set allows invalid. So this is false. Don't allow invalid letters from the keyboard, right? Invalid figures from the keyboard. Let us run now. I am typing text. It is not accepting. Numbers, it is accepting. Now it is using commas also. So it doesn't allow any other thing apart from numbers. So this is how we can limit it. Now more on this. So this we have done. Now one more thing I will show you. For this number formatter, I can set maximum value also. Set maximum to 10,000. It will not allow any number beyond 10,000. Let us run. All I am doing it using number formatter, right? That's all. Over. 7,283. If I add one more digit, then it will go into, if I type one more digit, then it will become 100,000. So it's not allowing. So that's it. So this is the method for making a text field formatted for a number. Now next thing I will show you, this is get instance for a number format. I will remove it, then dot get currency instance, and local we can mention here. Local is US. So this should take a number in currency format. Let us run it. Oh, it is not allowing me to type numbers also. What is the reason? I should set some value. You have seen already in the date there was a problem. It was not showing anything. So for this also you should set some value, then only it will take it as a currency. So I will go back and set the value. So after setting columns for text field 3, I will set value also, and that value I will make it as 0. Now let us run. Now it will show dollar symbol with a value 0. Yes, it is showing dollar symbol with a value 0. Now I can type some numbers, and there's a limit because I have given maximum also, right? And it doesn't allow me to type alphabets. That's it. So it is working. So you can restrict a text field to work only for any particular format. So that's what a formatted text field is. For that you have to take a help of number format and number formatter and set the format of text field. So you can take it as a procedure, because always you have to do this one. This is the method. Java people could have given a simple method also, but this is what the method is. You need a number formatter and you require multiple steps for number formatter. It is just like you are setting the properties of a number formatter and you are giving it to formatted text field. Then one more thing left out is that text area. So this is the same class as AWT, that is just text area, TA, new J text area. So this is a text area. We can mention number of rows and columns, 30 rows, 30 columns. Okay. Then TA dot in text area, set text, get text, copy, paste, all those methods are there. See, copy method is there, right? Copy is there, and paste method is there. Yes, paste method is there. These methods are there in AWT also. Okay. Dot set text is also there. Set text. Set tooltip text is there. So it's a similar one. So just you can use this one in your application. So that's all. I will not add it and run the application. So you can do it by yourself. So try this program by yourself. So that's all in this video. So practice this one. In this video, I will explain you about checkboxes and radio button. These are similar to AWT. So we will be learning very few things that are new from AWT. So for explaining about radio button and checkboxes, I have an application. So let us run the application and check. See, there is a text field, in that some text is written here, and these are 2 checkboxes and 2 radio buttons. Okay, I'll just reduce the size. So radio buttons came in the next line, and these are the checkboxes. If I click bold checkbox, text is bolded, and if I click italic, the text is italicized. So a text can be both italic as well as bold. So these are in the form of checkboxes. See, one new thing here. I am pressing on Windows, I can press Alt and I. But on Mac, Control, Option and I. If I press I, see, I am pressing it. So it is toggling. It is becoming checked or unchecked. And the text is also changing, you can see. So this is a mnemonic. So same way for bold also. So I can change the bold checkbox. So this is a shortcut or it is a mnemonic. So we can set mnemonics in Swing. So we will learn this one. Alright. Then next, radio button. I will select this. See, a text can be either lower or upper. So that's why this is in the form of radio buttons. It cannot be both. So lower or upper case text. Right. So the way of creating radio buttons is little different from AWT. So that's what we will focus on, these 2 new things. Rest of the things are same. And I am following the same style of programming every time for developing GUI application. So I don't have to explain much. So let us quickly develop this application. So for developing an application, I have a project ready. So the same style, my frame, extend frame. I have shown you different style in the beginning of AWT. You can follow any of the style. So I prefer following the same style so that we can focus on new things. Okay. Now inside the class I need references of checkboxes and radio buttons, so I will declare them. So these are the references of checkboxes. C1, C2, R1, R2 are the references of radio button, and also I have taken a text field. Now I should write on constructor my frame. Now inside this constructor I should create the objects of all of them and add them to a frame. But I will give a title also. This is over. I am creating an object of text field with some text and also size 20. Okay, then next I am setting the boundaries also. I am giving little bigger boundaries so that when I bold the text it should be visible, and I may be changing the font size also so that it looks little bigger. Okay, otherwise in a normal size text field you will find small size font. So for increasing the font size I have set the boundaries also. Now I have to create objects of checkboxes. So I will create first checkbox. This is the first checkbox. Now next I will set the mnemonic on this one. Set mnemonic. See, this is set mnemonic. I can give a character as well as an integer constant. So I will give an integer constant. I want to give mnemonic as B, letter B. So I can give a character B. Otherwise I should give a character code for letter B. So it's better I take the help of key event. So if you remember in AWT we have learned about key event. So there virtual keys are defined for every key on the keyboard. So I'm using that one. So I have set a mnemonic. Then similarly I will create another checkbox. So I will copy this and paste it. Then C2. This is also C2, two checkboxes. This is italic. Okay. And this I will make it as I. So two checkboxes are ready. Now I will create radio buttons. Two radio buttons I have to create. So I have first radio button with a text that is label lower and next radio button with a label upper. Even you can set the icons here that I have shown you in the previous video on a button. Now next is I should include these two radio buttons in a button group so that only one button can be selected at a time. Okay, so button group is a class in Swing. Then in button group add radio button 1 as well as add radio button 2 in a button group. This is again button group. Now only one radio button will be selected. So this is the method. So it is little change from AWT style. In AWT style we say checkbox group and give checkbox groups as a parameter to a constructor. But here later on we will put them inside a group. Now these are all ready. Now I have to handle events on them. So for handling event, for all checkboxes and radio button, everything I should handle an event. So for that I should implement action listener. So I'm implementing action listener. So I should override a method that is public void action performed. So I have action perform method. Now one thing I will show you, action event dot. There is something called action command. Action command gives a string for the command. So usually it gives a label. It gives a label. That is the label of this one, like bold or italic or this one. Or else we can set something else. If you want, you can set the action command also. Now for all checkboxes and radio buttons, the same action perform will be called. Because on checkbox and radio buttons also we can handle action event. If you remember in AWT we can handle item event on them, not action event. But here you can handle either action event as well as you can handle item event. Both the events you can handle. So I am handling action event on them. Alright. So for handling action event on all of them I should add action listener. Right? Action listener. So C1.add action listener. This, then I will do it for all of them. So I have included action listener for all of them, all radio buttons and checkboxes, right? C1, C2, R1, R2. Now inside action perform, depending on which item is clicked, I should perform an appropriate action. See, I have written the code using switch case and getting action command. If action command is lower, text is lower, then change the text to lowercase. So I am changing the text of a text field to lowercase by taking a text from the same text field. So here also I am getting a text of a text field and changing it to uppercase and setting into same text field. So these are the action command. So if you want to set the command for this one also, you can do it. I will do it here. So if you want to change any command, you can change also, I said. So set action command. That's how you can set it. So for R1 I will give it as lower, and for R2 I will give it as upper. So this is upper, all in capital letters. So using switch case I can do, see in the switch cases I told that we can use constant or labels using strings also. That is the benefit here. So it is more useful here. So directly you can use strings as cases. Now this is for radio buttons. Now what about checkboxes? For checkboxes I have to change the font properties, right? So for that I will take variables. For bold 0 and italic also 0, right? Now if it is bold, the font property should be bold. So I will check it like this. If C1 dot is selected, so we don't have get state method here. Is selected is a method here, so the method name is different. If it is selected, then be assign font dot bold, right? So this is a property of a font, so I have taken it in B. Okay, then next C2 dot is selected. All right, then I assign font dot italic. Now when I use it, you will understand. See, I will create an object of font f assign new font, and I will give the font style as Times New Roman or Helvetica, whatever the name you want, you can give the font. Now here, if you want text to be bold, then you have to write bold here. All right, this bold, then comma size. So I will give the size as 15 or 1520, whatever the font points you want, you can mention that. Now if I want bold as well as italic, then I should give a pipe, then font dot italic. This is the method. So this is a binary operation, or binary or operation. So this will combine these two flags and it will set the flag so that it will be bold as well as italic. So this I have to do it based on the checkbox selected. So whether it should be bold or not, I don't know. If it is not, then it should be 0. Nothing should be there. So I will use B here. Then italic or not, I don't know. So it should be based on the checkbox. So it should be I. So that's why I have made this B and I set as bold or italic, whereas initially they are 0. If it is not selected, then it remains 0. If it is selected, then it will become bold. So I can use B and I here. And this font, I should set it for text field. Text field dot set font, right? Set font, that is F. I should set the font as F. Now this font of this text field will have this property, right? Now next thing is I have to add all these components to a frame. So set layout. I have set the layout to flow layout. Now I will add all the components. I have added all the components. Now let us run the application. Application is ready. Let us change the size a little bit. Okay. Now bold. This is getting bold. You can see that. Okay. If you want a bigger size font, you can change the font size. Okay. This is getting italicized as well as bold. Just italicize, upper cases, lower cases. That's it. So this is how the application is running. So that's all in this video. So try to practice this one and do it by yourself once. It's easy. So you can take the AWT application and you can change the names, like for a frame, make it as JFrame, and little changes, and you can make it as a new application also. So you can try that one, changing AWT application to a Swing application. So that's all in this video. We will learn about borders in Swing. Borders are provided in Swing so that you can group the set of components together and you can make your forms more good looking, and you can separate the components, a group of components. Like here in an example, an application is showing name and a text field, there's a label and a button, OK button. There is no functionality in this one, but this is enclosed inside a border and the title of the border is login. So we can define borders like this. Now below this, again, if you have suppose like forgot password or I am not a robo, like that, if you have any other thing, then you can separate it in a different border. So let us learn how to give this the border. The topic is very simple, but it is interesting. Let us learn what are the types of borders and how to use them. So I will develop the same application with a label and the text field and OK button. Then I will show you various borders. Let us develop the application. Already I have started a project and written few important statements. See, first I will explain what are the statements already written here. JLabel, JTextField JButton, I have taken text field, label and button that we require as per application. So I am not taking password also, just one text field I have taken. Okay. Then those three things I will put them on a panel. So I have taken a panel also. Just one text field, label and a button, they are kept on a panel. So here I am creating all of them. Label, text field and a button, and also I have created a panel, and to a panel I am adding all these components, that is label, text field and button. Then I am setting a layout, and then also I will add the panel to a frame, that is JFrame. So my application is ready. Okay, this is a regular code that I am writing in main method. If I run this application, I will see those components. I may be able to see them, but there is no border for them. See, three components are there. They are kept upon a panel, but there is no border. So let us attach a border to this panel. So upon a panel, we will attach a border so it looks like a separate group. So here I will write on the code for border. For using borders, we have to import a package that is javax.swing.border. Now here I will create a border BR. This border, we don't create it by using new operator, but we will call factory method. Factory methods will create an instance and give us a border. So there is a border factory dot. This is having methods like create bevel border with some properties, and then compound border is there, dashed border is there. Okay, so many borders are there. So this is without any parameter. Create lower beveled border. So I will take this one. Then this border is ready. Border factory, we are calling a method for this type of border. It will create a border and give us an object of border. This we will set it on panel p.setBorder, and that border is BR. Yes. Now let us run. Yes, we can see that it is lowered beveled. So we also call it as emboss. It is pressed inside. So it is lowered. Okay. Now, is there any other one that we can create a bevel? I will just remove this. Now I will show you different borders here. So one more is dot create raised bevel border. Yeah. Yes, I have raised bevel border. Select this one. So the border will be a raised one. Yes, it is raised, right? It is lifted from the surface. You can see that it is lifted from the surface, above the surface. So like this, we have beveled as well as raised one. Now let us look at some more borders. I will remove this. Now the first one I will try. Create bevel border. So the one we have already seen, but actually it needs one more parameter. What is that? So if I scroll down, it will show I have to give lowered or raised. So I can call this method also and mention lowered or raised. Otherwise, the other method we have already seen just now. So you can directly call those methods. Okay, I will call this method. Then I should mention what? Bevel dot lowered or bevel dot raised. So I will give it bevel border dot. See, lowered I will give you. Just now I have used raised one. So I'll get the same thing, the previous lowered one. So either you can mention it like this or you can directly call that method. So the benefit is that if you are using this method, then by changing parameter, you can make it raised or lowered. If you call that method, you have to directly call the method. So you have multiple ways of setting a beveled border. Okay. So they are doing same thing. Let us see the next one. Yeah, there is compound border. We will see it afterwards. And there is a dashed border, but it requires some painting. So other class for painting. So it is little lengthy. Leave it. Now empty border is there. Etched border is there. So it takes parameters that are etched border beveled or etched border lowered. Let us use this one. So I will give est border lowered. So this is est border lowered. Let us look at how it looks like. So it is having a beveled one. So it is a lowered one, but the finish is different. It is not just like beveled border. So this is a est beveled one. Okay. Let us go back and check what other borders we have. I will remove this dot. Now est borders are there, line border is there. So I'll take the line border as well as there is a thickness. If you see this method, line border with color. So I will give the color as red and width as 5. So I want a thicker one. So this is red color, thick one. This border we got. So this was a line border. Let us look at more. You can take title border. Let us come to this title border. So this title border, you can give a string. Okay. So title border, I'll give the string as login. That is without any password. Just I am taking a user ID. Let us look at this. Yeah, here it has given a title. And this title you can set it anywhere else. Okay. You can change it to some other place also. There are other methods also for creating a title border. Let us look at them. See, this one is there with the title, that is, it is taking border also, type of border that you want, as well as string title. So what is the border? You can mention a border like a title border. You can take the object of a title border. So here you can mention title border. Let us take this one. So first one I have to give a border. So for that again I should use a border factory. Okay. So I will use a border factory dot. I will take a line border with color. So I will take the line border with red color. Okay. So that is color dot red. Now next one is title. So this title I should mention it as login. So that's it. So in a title border, first of all, I have given a type of border, then login. So two things I have given. So it will take a red color line as well as login. Let us run this. Red color line and login. That's it. Now let us look at one more. See, there is a title border where I can change the position of a title. I will remove this. Then I will show you the method dot create border. So title border. See, in the title border we can mention this one, that is border, and the title, and also the position where it should appear. So if you scroll this one, then you can see title border left or center or right, where you want you can mention it, and also you can mention the position, that is top, left, or where you want. Okay, so let us use this method. So for this, first of all I should give a border. So for this, border factory dot create line border. So I'll give a line border with a color red, right? Then after this I should give a title. So that title is login. Then text cursor, where it should be. So this is title border dot above top. Okay. The next one is title border dot on the left hand side. That's it. So let us run this and check what happens. So you'll get on the top left. Okay. This is outside the border. You can see it is outside the border. So it is on top left. So instead of top left, if I say center here, instead of this top above, I will give some other position. This is, let us take dot center. If I give center, then that title will appear in the center. Yes, it is appearing in the center. That's it. So this is a title border and the compound border is there. You can try it. So in compound border, we have to give two borders and it will show both the borders together, combine them. So you have to use border factory 2 times. So for 2 borders. So in the parameters, you have to give 2 times border factory and give 2 different borders. So it will combine them and show them. So you try that by yourself. So this is useful for beautification of your application or separating or organizing the components upon a form. So that's all in this video. Let us learn about JTree component of Swing. This tree component helps us represent the data in the form of a tree structure, just like a directory structure. Usually in Windows operating system, we find the directories in our computer system are shown in the form of a tree. So the same way we can represent data in the form of a tree. So I have an example application. Through this application, we will learn about JTree. Let us look at the application. See here in the application on the top, there is a C folder. I have given C folder. Then inside that, these are the files. So I am pulling these files from my directory. That is my Java directory. I am using that directory for storing Java program when I was working on Notepad. Then this is a folder. So if I expand this, then you will find the files inside this folder. And wherever there is a folder, it is showing the files inside the folder. Okay, it is expandable. If it is a folder, it is expandable. All right. See, I have done the expansion of folder only up to 1 level. If there is a folder inside folder, I have not taken care of it. Okay. Now if I expand a little bit, so here you can find, okay. Now it is showing the file that is selected right now. See, it is showing the file. So there is a label at the bottom which is showing the file that is selected. So we can get the file. So actually, when you want to retrieve the information about the item that is selected, you will get the path. Inside C, inside scroll demo, inside that build. This is also a folder name actually, but I am not showing it as a folder. So it will give the path, complete path. So I am displaying only the last one, that is build, like this myframe.class. Okay, first swing.java. So I will develop this application by taking JTree and I will pull the details of the files in my folder, that is my Java. It should be C my Java. Okay, I will make it as my Java, then I will show the files like this. So let us learn how to use JTree component of Swing. So let us develop application. So I have a project ready here. I have already imported required packages. This is a frame class. So let us write down the code inside frame class. So I will take 2 components. I need a JTree and JLabel. I have taken JTree and the reference name is tree and label, the reference name I gave it as label. Now I will write a constructor. I have started a constructor. Now I have to build up a tree. So a tree will contain tree node. So actually tree node is one interface. So we don't directly use a interface because we cannot create objects. We have one more class called default mutable tree node. So all the items that you saw inside a tree, they are the objects of default mutable tree node. So I will create the first default node as that is C/myjava folder. Okay. So I have created an object of default mutable tree node and it is root. This is a root node. All right. This is the first node. All other nodes, I will add them into this root node. And this root node, I have to give it to a tree. So tree creation, that is creation of an object, we will do it at the end. Let us prepare the complete tree structure. So this is my Java folder. Now I want to access all the files from my Java folders. I want the names, just the names of the files. So I will get the file. So for that, I will create an object of class called file. This we have studied in IO stream section. Java IO section. So for this, I will give the name path as C, that is my Java. So this will be attached to my Java. So I will show you my Java folder. This is my Java folder and it is having these files. So you can read the file names. awtfirst.class, awtfirst.java, circle, all these are the file names. Now I want to pull all these files, and for each file I want to create a default mutable tree node, right? And all of them I will add it to root. So this I can do it using a loop, because there are many. You have seen the list just now. See, this is the list, right? So for each I will create a tree node and I will add it to this root. So for that I will use a for loop. So for loop, I have to get the files. Okay, so I will write a for each loop. For each loop will access files with reference x from where? From f dot. See, list files is a method in file class, right? So this method will give the list of files. You can see it will give an array of files. So it will give the names of all the files present, including directories. So directory also it will treat it as a file. This is taken, right? So this is an array of files and this is a file reference. Now what I will do is, for each x, that is for each file, I will create a default mutable tree node and I will add it to this root. So what I will do is, I don't want references. I will copy this part of creation of an object. Then I will say root dot add and I will write on that one. But here I don't have to take this string, but I have to take a file name of a file. So x is a reference to a file. So x dot get name. This is the method, you can see, get a name. Take that one. So this will be creating tree nodes and adding them to root. So root will have collection of all tree nodes. So this is ready. So we have just a single structure, right? Root, then it is having the children. So root is a parent and all files are children. So I'm not taking care of folders. So first I will run this, then I will go to folders. Now this root should be used for creating a tree. So now I will take a tree reference, then assign new JTree. To this I will give that root, that is tree node. Okay, so this is a tree created, JTree is created. Now I need a label also. So label as new JLabel, and this JLabel initially no files selected. Files are not yet selected. Then these two things I will add them to a frame. So one of them, that is tree, I will add it in the north or center, and south I will add this label. So add, I'm not changing layout manager, it is a border layout only. So add tree to the center. So border layout dot center. This is over. Then add, one more is there, that is label, and this should be added to border layout dot south. I will add it to south. That's it. So I have created, using a for loop, I have created all the nodes. So the code looks very simple and it is easy. Then inside the main method, already I am creating an object of my frame and I am showing it. This is a regular thing that I am doing. So let us run the application. Yes, it has pulled all the file names. You can see Java AWT first.class, AWT first.java circle. You can side by side look at this also. See here AWT first.class, this is also AWT first. Next is Java, next is Java. Okay, so all these files it is showing here. So it has pulled all those files from this folder, and that is C my Java. Okay, so then all these are shown, but some of them are directories in this one. So like this is a directory, menu demo is a directory, but it is showing it as a file only, right? There's a file, but I want this to be shown as a directory. So what I should do now, let us go back, stop the program. Okay, application is x dot is directory. See, this method will tell you true or false if it is a directory or not. If it is a directory, then I will do something. Okay, else let it add like this, the one we have already done for the files. If it is a directory, X is a directory, then pull all the file names from there. How? Again using a for loop. So first of all, I should create a tree node for that directory name. So I will copy this line and I will paste it here. So for this X, I should create a tree node. So X dot get a name. See, this is the name. So I'll get the name of the folder or a directory. So this is created. Now the name should be different here. So I will give it as a temporary name. Now again, I need a for loop for accessing all the files from this X, right? So I will take a reference as Y. From where? From X I have to get them. Okay. So for each file Y from X. X is a directory, so I should get X dot list files. So the first one, like how I have done here, I was getting it from file F. Now I have to get it from X if it is a directory. Then every time I will create an object of a tree node for the file inside this one and I will add it. So the code will be looking like this. Okay, I will copy this and paste it here. But this is not for root, this is for temp, the one in this one. Okay, then after coming out of the for loop, this temp should be added to root. So root dot add temp. That's it. If you face trouble in following this one, just watch it once again. Okay, so I'm showing it step by step, but this loop may be confusing a little bit. So just watch it carefully and write down the code simultaneously. I will run the program and show you. See, this is the folder, expandable. Click on this one. Yeah, it is showing the files inside this one. So this inner for loop, that is for each loop using Y, I have done this one. Yes, it is expanding. Yeah. So I'm unable to scroll down. I can't see the things below this one, right? So last is the student text 3. Check it. See, there are more files below this student 1 and student 2. That is test, and test is also there. I'm unable to see. So I should provide a scroll bar here. How to provide a scroll bar? Let us go back and I will show you how to use a scroll bar. Okay. So for what we want a scroll bar? For a tree, we want a scroll bar. For a tree. So here in the next line, okay, after this one, this is one interesting thing. JScrollPane is a class in Swing. So ScrollPane assign new JScrollPane. This is a class in Java, that is Swing. I am creating an object of JScrollPane. This will add scroll bars to any component. Okay, it will add scroll bars. But when I am creating an object, at that time only I should give a component on which you want scroll pane. Don't do it afterwards. Don't add it later. Add it that time only. So I am adding tree at the time when I am creating JScrollPane. Now instead of adding tree to a frame, add scrollPane to a frame. That's it. So just you put anything inside scrollPane, then scroll bars will be attached to that component automatically. Let us run and see whether I get a scroll bar or not. Yes, I am getting a scroll bar. Yeah, I got it. Now the next thing that I have to do is, whichever file is selected, I want the name of that file to be shown here. So I should handle an event on this one. That is tree selection listener. So I will go there on the top of a frame class. Then here I will say implements tree selection listener. See, I have to override a method. So for that, I will take the help of NetBeans. It has added a method. Value change method is added here at the bottom. Yes, value change. So what I will do now is, whatever the item is selected, I will show it in a label. So I will show you here. See, upon a tree, I am going to handle this one. So upon a tree, I will add it first of all. So go up here and say tree.add tree change listener, right? Tree selection listener. Yeah, tree selection listener. So who is going to listen to that one? This one only. So now come back here. What I will do now is, whatever the path selected, I will show it here. So who will give me the path? This e dot, let us check, event. Event will give me a path. Yes, this path, tree path. Then dot, toString. I can make it as a toString. So I want a string only. This I will set it in a label. So label dot set text. I will set this one. Okay. This will be set inside this one. That's all. Label will get the text, that is path toString. So whatever the path we get, So that path will be shown as a string. I will run the application. Now watch it here at the bottom, no file selected. I'll select data.text. So you can see C:\myjava, data.text, and this is enclosed inside square brackets. First swing, enclosed inside that is square brackets, then it is showing the complete path. So it is not a path on the hard disk, that is not from the file system. It is showing the path of this one, that is inside this, that's root node. This is the file. So if I expand this menu demo and select this one, then my Java inside that menu demo file. Okay. So it is showing the files like this. Now in the demonstration in the beginning, I have shown you only the file name, right? I have not shown you the complete path. So you find out how to remove everything and just take the path from there, the file name from there. You write on the code. So a hint is you can use a string tokenizer and take the last part of this string, or you can use the string class itself and find the occurrence of last comma and then take the string up to this this bracket, square bracket, removing square bracket. Then you will get the last object or the element that is selected here. And all these are just a string. It is meant for representing data. Remember this one. Okay. So that's all about tray demo. So develop this one, and whenever you have to organize the data in this form, you can make use of this component. So that's all in this video. In this video, I will give introduction to internal frame. I will explain about internal frames through an application. So we will learn about them through an application. See, this is an example application showing internal frame. This is a frame, that is JFrame. This is a JFrame class, right? It's a component JFrame we have been using in previous examples also. This is a internal frame. This is an internal frame, internal frame. So Swing provides a class for internal frame. And this internal frame can be maximized, right? Or iconified, all right? Or it can be closed. And here inside a menu, I have given option called new. So it will open a new document, document 2. You can see I have moved it. Then one more new document. So I'm opening a new document always at this point, at this location. So this is document 3 and document 4. Document 5 is also created and it is not visible. If I move it, now you can see document 5 is also there. Now right now one of the frame can be selected, right? Not all internal frame are selected. Only one can be selected. So if I select this document 5 and inside this I have taken a text area. If I type something and show you, see, it is automatically adding a scroll bar. So in one of the previous video, you might have learned how to add JScrollPane. So this text area is inside ScrollPane. So it is also adding scroll bar. So it is more looking like a MS Word application, right? So where you can type something, you can copy, paste, right? A lot of things you can do. See, I have copied it and pasted here. So a lot of things you can do. And you can provide more menu options and more functionality to this text area, so it becomes a Word application. Or if you want a drawing application, you can make a drawing application. So any type of application you can develop where you can keep more than one documents open. So let us see how to develop this application. So first I will show you what are the elements we require. Then I will start coding. First of all, we require a JFrame. Then the content pane of this JFrame is of type JDesktopPane. So if you select JDesktopPane, then only you can have multiple documents upon it. So JDesktopPane allows us to host multiple internal frames. So this is mandatory. This should be this blue color one that you can see is JDesktopPane. And this is a internal frame. So all these are internal frames, so objects of internal frame, and this internal frame should have a text area and a menu, its own menu, and here also menu is there. And in this menu I am handling a event, that is I am creating a new document, and in this menu there is nothing. I have not written any functionality. So if you want, you can add functionality by handling action listener, action event. So let us develop the application. So I have a skeleton of an application ready. That is my frame class extends JFrame, and here inside main method, creating an object and making it visible. Now, first of all, I need a class for internal frame. So class my internal frame. So internal frame, I have to extend it from J internal frame. Okay. Now why I am writing my own class extending from internal frame? Because I want that internal frame to have its own menu and also text area inside JScrollPane. So I will develop my own class with extra functionality, borrowing the functionality from JInternalFrame plus extra functionality. So inside this, what are the things I need? I need a JTextArea, right? So TA, and I need a JScrollPane SP. Then I need a menu also. So menu, I will do it inside the constructor only. So next is I should write down constructor for this. Now, first of all, a constructor should have a title. So I am calling a superclass constructor document. Okay, document. I want to give document number. So for every object of internal frame, there should be some unique number. So for that, I should maintain a counter. So if I maintain a count, initialize from 0, okay. So let us take it from 0. Then here I will increment and use it. But this count should be common for all the objects of internal frame. So make it as static. So single counter is maintained for the class itself, and that counter is used here. So I will concatenate this one, document, then here inside the bracket I will write down plus plus count. So document 1, document 2, this type of title will be given. Now I will create the object of text area and scroll pane, then I will show you. I have created text area, and that text area I have given it as a reference to the constructor of JScrollPane. So this JScrollPane will take the text area, alright, as a part of it, and it will provide scroll bars. Then I have added a scroll pane to a JInternal frame or content pane of JInternal frame. So as the default layout is a border layout, then complete area of this internal frame will be covered by scroll pane. Now I need a menu bar. So a dummy menu bar I am creating, right, without any functionality. So I will create a menu bar and a menu with the name file and one menu item, that is save. Okay, I will write down the code. So here I have written the code for menu bar. So this is a menu bar, object of menu bar is created, then a menu, single menu, that is file, and a menu item save. It is M1. Menu item is M1. M1 is added to a menu, that is file. File is a menu. Then that file is added to menu bar, that is MB, and set JMenuBar to a internal frame. That's it. So internal frame is ready. I'll do one more thing. I will set the size of this internal frame. I will set the size as 300 by 300 and also set its location. I will set location also for a internal frame. Set location 50,50. So every time when I create an object of internal frame, it will appear at the same location. I will also set it visible by default. Okay, visible true. Now one more thing. See, I have taken a constructor here and I am giving only title for internal frame, but there are different versions of constructors. Let us look at those versions. See, on the Java documents, I have a constructor of internal frames. There are various. I have used this one, that is I am giving just a string to a internal frame. There are more. So if you look at this last one, then it takes a string as a title. Then whether you want it to be resizable or not, closable or not, or maximizable or not, iconifile, that is minimizable or not. So we can mention all these properties also, right? We can set the flag on so that all these features will be available. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 parameters are there apart from title. So if I write it true for all, let us go back to the code and here I will write on comma true, 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 true. So 4 times. So it is minimizable, resizable, iconic, that is maximizable. All right. So all the properties are set. So I can minimize and maximize the internal frame now. So this is the internal frame ready. Now I have to develop my frame class, this one. So inside this my frame, first of all, I need JTextField JFormattedTextField. Alright, JP, this is a reference. Then inside this outer frame, you have seen the application. It was having just a menu, nothing else. And the menu was handling an event to create an internal frame. So I will write down a constructor for my frame. Inside constructor, I will write down a title as internal frame demo. Then I will create the object of JDesktopPane. I have a desktop pane ready. So I will set content pane of a frame as JDesktopPane. Now JDesktopPane will become a content pane. Alright, so I have replaced the content pane itself, desktop pane, so it will allow internal frames. Then I will prepare a menu. I have shown you a menu in an application, so that menu I will prepare, then I will explain about it. I have written the code for menu bar. Creating a menu bar, creating just one menu document and one menu item new. Then adding a menu item to a document menu. Then document menu is added to menu bar. Menu bar is set in the internal frame. Now one more thing that I have to do, that is I have to handle action event upon a menu item. So m1 dot add action listener. So this is action listener, and who is going to handle the same frame class. Once I say frame class is handling a action event, then it should implements action listener. Then I must override a public void action performed method, right? So public void action performed, and this is action event AE. So this is action performed. Now inside this, I will create an object of my internal frame, mi new my internal frame. Frame is created. To a desktop pane, JP, I will add, I have given the reference as JP, I will add mi, that is internal frame. My internal frame object is added. So whenever you click a menu item, so a menu item new, when it is clicked, then it will create a new internal frame and it will add it to a desktop pane. So that's all. Application is ready. I will run the application. Oh, I have not created a first document, so that's why no document is appearing. I can keep it ready with one single first document. Now new, when I say document is ready. Okay, I'm able to type something, so automatically a scroll bar is appearing. Okay, scroll bar is appearing, and I can maximize this one as well as restore, minimize, and again restore, as well as close. I have not closed it. New, one more document with the document 2. You can see the number is 2 here. Then document 3. I can go on creating documents as many as I want. And if you want full functionality, then write down complete menu for this document. So right now this is selected or this is selected. So you can make the currently new one selected. So you can say this is selected also. So that's all. This is how you can develop an application. See, I have given introduction to J internal frames and how to use them. I have given you the basic idea. All right. Now, how to use it depends on your application. So you can browse through this class J internal frame, and if any more methods that are useful, you can use them in your project. So that's all in this video. This was a simple program. Practice this one. In this video, I'll give introduction to internal frame. I will explain about internal frames through an application. So we will learn about them through an application. See, this is an example application showing internal frame. This is a frame, that is JFrame. This is a JFrame class, right? It's a component JFrame. We have been using in previous examples also. This is an internal frame. This is an internal frame, J internal frame. So Swing provides a class for internal frame. And this internal frame can be maximized, right? Or iconified, right? Or it can be closed. And here inside a menu, I have given option called new. So it will open a new document, document 2. You can see I moved it. Then one more new document. So I'm opening a new document always at this point, at this location. So this is document 3 and document 4. Document 5 is also created and it's not visible. If I move it, now you can see document 5 is also there. Now right now one of the frame can be selected, right? Not all internal frame are selected. Only one can be selected. So if you select this document 5, and inside this I have taken a text area. If I type something and show you, see, it is automatically adding a scroll bar. So in one of the previous video, you might have learned how to add JScrollPane. So this text area is inside ScrollPane. So it is also adding scroll bar. So it's more looking like a MS Word application, right? So where you can type something, you can copy paste, right? A lot of things you can do. So you have copied it and pasted here. So a lot of things you can do, and you can provide more menu options and more functionality to this text area. So it becomes a Word application. Or if you want a drawing application, you can make a drawing application. So any type of application you can develop where you can keep more than one document open. So let us see how to develop this application. So first I will show you what the elements we require. Then I will start coding. First of all, we require a JFrame. Then the content pane of this JFrame is of type JTextField. So if you select JTextField, then only you can have multiple documents upon it. So JTextField allows us to host multiple internal frames. So this is mandatory. This should be this blue color one that you can see is JTextField. And this is a internal frame. So all these are internal frames, so objects of internal frame. And this internal frame should have a text area and a menu, its own menu. And here also menu is there. And in this menu, I am handling a event, that is I am creating a new document. And in this menu, there is nothing. I have not written any functionality. So if you want, you can add functionality by handling action listener or action event. So let us develop the application. So I have a skeleton of an application ready. That is my frame class extends JFrame, and here inside main method, creating an object and making it visible. Now, first of all, I need a class for internal frame. So class my internal frame. So internal frame, I have to extend it from JInternal frame. Okay. Now, why I'm writing my own class extending from internal frame? Because I want that internal frame to have its own menu and also text area inside JScrollPane. So I will develop my own class with extra functionality, borrowing the functionality from JInternal frame plus extra functionality. So inside this, what are the things I need? I need a JTextArea, right? So TA, and I need a JScrollPane SP. Then I need a menu also. So menu, I will do it inside the constructor only. So next is I should write down constructor for this. First of all, a constructor should have a title. So I'm calling a superclass constructor document. Okay, document. I want to give document number. So for every object of internal frame, there should be some unique number. So for that, I should maintain a counter. So if I maintain a count, initialize from 0, okay. So let's take it from 0. Then here I will increment and use it. But this count should be common for all the objects of internal frame. So make it as static. So single counter is maintained for the class itself, and that counter is used here. So I will concatenate this one, document, then here inside the bracket I will write down plus count. So document 1, document 2, this type of title will be given. Now I will create the object of text area and scroll, and then I will show you. I have created text area, and that text area I have given it as a reference to the constructor of JScrollPane. So this JScrollPane will take the text area, alright, as a part of it, and it will provide scroll bars. Then I have added a scroll pane to a JInternal frame or content pane of JInternal frame. As the default layout is a border layout, then complete area of this internal frame will be covered by scroll pane. Now I need a menu bar. So a dummy menu bar I am creating, right, without any functionality. So I will create a menu bar and a menu with name file and one menu item, that is save. Okay, I will write down the code. So here I have written the code for menu bar. This is a menu bar. Object of menu bar is created, then a menu, single menu, that is file, and a menu item save. It is M1. menu item M1. M1 is added to a menu, that is file. File is a menu. And that file is added to menu bar, that is MB. And set JMenuBar to a internal frame. That's it. So internal frame is ready. I'll do one more thing. I will set the size of this internal frame. I will set the size as 300 by 300 and also set its location. I will set location also for a internal frame. Set location 50, 50. So every time when I create an object for internal frame, it will appear at the same location. I will also set it visible by default. Okay, visible true. One more thing. See, I have taken a constructor here and I am giving only title for internal frame. But there are different versions of constructors. Let us look at those versions. See, on the Java documents, I have a constructor of internal frames. There are various. I have used this one. That is, I am giving just a string to a internal frame. There are more. So if you look at this last one, then it takes a string as a title. Then whether you want it to be resizable or not, closable or not, or maximizable or not, iconifile, that is minimizable or not. So we can mention all these properties also, right? We can set the flag on so that all these features will be available. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 parameters are there apart from title. So if I write true for all, let us go back to code and here I will write down comma true, 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 true. So 4 times. So it is minimizable, resizable, icon, that is maximizable. Alright, so all the properties are set. So I can minimize and maximize internal frame now. So this is the internal frame ready. Now I have to develop my frame class, this one. So inside this my frame, first of all, I need JTextField Alright, JP, this is a reference. Then inside this outer frame, you have seen the application. It was having just a menu, nothing else. And the menu was handling an event to create an internal frame. So I will write down a constructor for my frame. Inside constructor, I will write down a title as internal frame demo. Then I will create the object of JTextField. I have a desktop pane ready. So I will set content pane of a frame as JTextField. Now JTextField will become a content pane. Alright, so I have replaced the content pane itself, desktop pane, so it will allow internal frames. Then I will prepare a menu. I have shown you a menu in application, so that menu I will prepare and I will explain about it. I have written the code for menu bar. Creating a menu bar, creating just one menu document and one menu item new. Then adding a menu item to a document menu. Then document menu is added to menu bar. Menu bar is set in the internal frame. Now one more thing that I have to do, that is I have to handle action event upon a menu item. So m1 dot add action listener. So this is action listener and who is going to handle the same frame class. Once I say frame class is handling a action event, then it should implement action listener. Then I must override a public void action performed method, right? So public void action performed, and this is action event AE. So this is action performed. Now inside this, I will create an object of my internal frame mi new my internal frame. Frame is created. To a desktop pane JP, I will add, I have given the reference as JP, I will add mi, that is internal frame, my internal frame object is added. So whenever you click a menu item, so menu item new, when it's clicked, then it will create a new internal frame and it will add it to a desktop pane. So that's all, application is ready. I will run the application. Oh, I have not created a first document, so that's no document is appearing. I can keep it ready with one single first document. Now new, when I say document is ready. Okay, I'm able to type something. So automatically a scroll bar is appearing. Okay, scroll bar is appearing, and I can maximize this one as well as restore, minimize, and again restore, as well as close. I have not closed it. New, one more document, the document 2, you can see the number is 2 here. Then document 3, I can go on creating documents as many as I want. And if you want full functionality, then write down complete menu for this document. So right now this is selected or this is selected. So you can make the currently new one selected. So you can say this is selected also. So that's all. This is how you can develop an application. See, I have given introduction to J internal frames and how to use them. I have given you the basic idea. All right. Now, how to use it depends on your application. So you can browse through this class J internal frame, and if any more methods that are useful, you can use them in your project. So that's all in this video. This was a simple program. Practice this one. In this video, I'll explain about SplitPane. Swing supports SplitPane, which will allow us to split a frame window into 2 frames, either vertically or horizontally. So a single frame can be split. So a splitter, like in Windows operating system, when you check the file system, you will find a splitter in between, right? So there are many applications that uses this splitter. So if you want this type of splitting, then you can have it in your application also. So here I have 2 different frames, like this is a separate content and this is separate content, 2 sides. So I will explain about this SplitPane with this example, this application. I will explain this application, then I will show you the code. And also I will explain about a tabbed pane. So we can have tab also. I will change the same application into a tab pane, then we will see what is tab pane and everything afterwards. Let us look at this application. Here I have a list of colors, red color, and this side it is showing red color. This is green. When I change the color, it is changing the color on the right hand side. From the list when I change, it is changing the color on the right hand side. So there are 2 panes or 2 frames. One is having list of colors, another one is changing its color. I will reduce the size of this one. See, this is also having a scroll bar. I have added a scroll bar also here so that you can see the scroll down and see the entire list, right? Now, how to develop this type of application? What I have taken in this one, I will explain you. First of all, there is a J frame, and this side is having a JList, and that is kept inside scroll pane. It is a list of colors. On this side, I have a single label. That label is kept inside a scroll pane and kept here. So one side is having just single component JList, and other side is also having a single component that is JLabel. And on this list, I am handling a listener or event listener, that is list selection listener, or I can also handle item listener. So I can handle item event also, which is changing the color of this one. So the application will be very simple. Let us develop. I have kept the application ready. Skeleton is ready. My frame class. Inside this, I should take a reference of JSplitPane. So SP for SplitPane. Then I need a list. So JList, and the reference name also as a list. Then I need JLabel. So JLabel LBL for a label. I have taken references. Okay. Now inside this, I will create a list. So we will learn how to create a list also. Object of a list. So this is a reference of a list component. Okay. Then for filling in the colors in that list, I will take an array of strings. String colors. I will take an array and I will directly initialize it with the colors. Red, then green. I will write on all the colors. I have taken an array of strings with the colors names. See, this is data, right? This is data. Alright, so data is also called as model. So I have taken data. Now I will create a list, object of a list. List is a reference. New JList. New JList, and I have to pass array of strings, that is columns. Now you can see that this is a component. component is using this data. So data is called as model. The component will have its view, visibility. We can see the component on screen. So model and view, these are the two things we can use. So I am giving you new terms, model and view. Okay, let's continue. I have created a list. Alright. Now this list, I will put it inside scroll pane so that it is scrollable if required. So I have taken a scroll pane P1 and inside that I have given a list. So this part is ready. Now next right hand side I have to prepare. So for that I will take a label LBL assign new J label and I will give some space. Otherwise it will not visible. So I will give single letter space. That's all. Label is ready. Now this label I have to make it visible. So for that LBL dot set opaque. Set it as true. So it will be visible. Okay, I don't have to set the bounds. I will put it inside scroll pane and then when I add it into a frame, split frame, it will occupy the complete region of one of the section. Alright. So next I will take a scroll pane. It's not required actually, but I have taken it for the first that is list. So I am taking it for this one also. Scroll pane. Then in this I will include label. So second scroll pane is also ready. Next I will create an object of JSplit_pane. And this JSplit_pane takes parameters. The first one is whether you want it horizontal or vertical. So that constants are defined inside JSplit_pane class only. So they are static members. So I can take JSplit_pane dot. Then I want horizontal split. So take it as horizontal split. Then left hand side, first one is P1, that is scroll pane P1 with a list. Next one is right hand side is P2. Alright, this is over. Then this split pane, I should add it to a frame. We can add it or we can make it as a content pane, whatever you like you can do. So this will be added definitely, anyhow it will be added. So there are more than one ways of adding it. Now one more thing I have to do is I have to set the color of a label. Like initial color must be there, right? So I will set the color as red. Label dot set background color. That is set background. Yes. So set background, I will make the color as red only. That's it. So it will have red color. And this is also already, main method is already there, which is creating an object of a frame. So if I run the application, it should show list on the left hand side and red color label on the right hand side. Yes. This splitter is in the very corner. Let it be at some place. Let it be at 150. This may be, okay, 250. Because I have taken a window size as 500 by 500. So this may be around 250. So let us make it to 250. I will make a change there. So this is split pane sp dot. Let us check, is there any method? Set divider location. Set a divider location. I will set it as 200. Okay, 200. Yes. So it should appear on the little far from the list of contents. Okay. So you can see it again. Yeah, it was very close to this list. Now it is a little bit away. And you can change its position. You can change it anywhere. Alright. Now next thing that I have to do is I have to make this red as selected. And again, when I'm clicking on any one, then the color should change. So for that, I should handle an event on this one. Event on the list. Let us go back to the code. For a list dot set selected index. The first one, I will make it as 0. So first one, that is red, will be selected. Then also I will add a listener on this one. So let us look at what are the listeners available on the list. The list dot add is having a key listener, mouse listener, right? An input method listener. So we will select this list selection listener. This we will handle. And who is going to handle this? So the same class is going to handle this. But I have not implemented, so I should implement it. So go up in the frame and here I should implement list selection listener. Now this is having a method called value change. I should override that method. So I will take the help of NetBeans and press Alt Enter. It will include a method. So value change method is overridden here. Inside this method, I will change the color of a label depending on the color selected. So first of all, I should get the color. How to know the color? So I should ask list dot get selected value. Let us check this get selected value. Yes, this one. But this value is returning an object. Yes, because list will take objects, not just string. Though we have given array of string as objects. So we should typecast this object as a string. So this I will take it in a string str assign, and also I will typecast it. Now here I will use switch case and change the color. So I will show you the first case. After writing, I will show you the case. See, switch based on this string, right? So whatever the list item is, based on that switch, and I am using a string here, red, and set the label's background color as red. Then break. Similarly, I should write on cases for all the colors. So I will copy paste and write for all the colors. So then we will see next. So I have written cases for all, switch case for all of them. Now I will run the application. Red, green, blue. Yes, it is changing the colors. Yes. So same thing what I have shown you in the beginning. It's the same application. That's it. So this is a split pane. Okay. Now next thing I said that I will show you tab pane also. So instead of split pane, I will just change it to tabbed pane. So I will make this as comment. So you can see the tab pane also in the same application. So I don't have to show you a separate application. So I will take JTabbedPane. So I will take JTabbedPane. TP assign new JTabbedPane. Tabbed pane is created. Now I have two scroll panes, P1 and P2. I will add them as tabs. So tabbedPane dot add tab. There is a method called add tab. Now inside this, I will give the title as colors. Then the next, this is pane 1, that is scroll pane 1. Then next I will add one more tab, add tab. And this is just a label. So P2, second scroll pane. So I have two tabs added to tab pane. Then I will add this tab pane to a frame. Scroll pane is removed. I will add tabbed pane. That's all. The application will convert it into a tabbed pane. So we can have tabs, as many tabs as you want. You can include them. This is the method, add a tab. And even can use just add method also. I will run this. See, these are the tabs. Right? One is having a list, the other one is having a label. So you can make a complete form, a user interface, and you can put it inside this tab, and the other tab will have different interface. This type of panes were not there in AWT, but we have a card layout that will implement like this only. We wanted to implement tab layout like this, but here Java Swing is having tab pane, which fulfills the purpose. So this type of feature is common in applications. We have tabs, like a browser will have tabs. Similarly, here the tabs are there. Now I will change the color also, magenta. Let us look at label. Yeah, it is working. Right? So we are able to communicate across the tabs. So in this tab, when I am changing color to green, in this tab it is changing. So whatever the data that you collect from here, you can use it here also, because it is inside same application. So that's it. So I have shown you tab pane also. So it was a simple application. Try to build it. So experience it once. Whenever required, you can use it in the application. So I have shown you how to create a tabbed pane as well as split pane. So that's all in this video. In this video, I will explain about slider. This one is slider, and a progress bar. At the bottom you can see a progress bar that's also changing. So we'll learn about these two components. This slider is same as scroll bar. It is similar to scroll bar. I have already explained about scroll bars in AWT, so they are same in Swing also. Only the difference is the class name is different. That was scroll bar. Here is JScrollBar. So you can try it by yourself. So this is a new component in Swing, that is progress bar and slider. This is a slider, and at the bottom we have a progress bar. We will learn about these things by using this application, by developing this application. See, the minimum value in the slider is 0 and the maximum value in slider is 100. So whatever the value I am setting, I am drawing a circle based on that value. And same way I am also moving the progress bar here at the bottom. So slider is useful for setting some value from within a range like 0 to 100, and progress bar is used for giving a feedback to the user, informing him how much work is already completed. So usually while installing or downloading we get this type of progress bar. So we can show a progress bar. This is just used for giving feedback to the user. Coming back to slider, in the slider some numbers are given. So this 0, 10, 20, 30, the difference is of 10, right? So this is called as major ticks. So the major tick spacing is 10 here. So it is putting a mark or tick mark upon the slider. And this marks that you see here, marking you see, that is a minor tick spacing. So minor tick spacing is 1. I have kept it as 1. So these are total 100 marks, right? So from 0 to 100, total 100 marks are there. And this is a track upon which this slider is sitting there. This bar that you see is a track. So I have explained about slider as well as progress bar. Now let us develop this application. So for developing this application, I need a slider, I need a progress bar, and this is a circle, drawing a circle. So actually I am using panels. This is a panel in center. Upon that I'm drawing a circle depending on the value of a slider. And slider is there on north and progress bar is there on the south. And the progress bar I have kept it on a panel so that it looks small. Otherwise it will spread just like a slider. One important thing. See, the layout manager, default layout manager is border layout, right? So hope you remember that. So this panel is in the center and this slider is on the north, and this progress bar is in south, but it is inside a panel. So that's how it is looking of its original size, actual size. So let us develop this application. So here is my program, my frame class. It is having references. Already I have taken references for slider. Inside constructor, I will create an object of slider. So new JSlider. So the parameters for a slider is, first one is initial value. So I will set the initial value at 50 and minimum value is 0 and the maximum value is 100. So there are different constructors of slider. I will show you different constructors of slider. Let us look at them. See, slider, it takes orientation. If you don't give any orientation, then it's by default horizontal. And it takes minimum and maximum. It takes minimum, maximum and some value. Okay, so value should be given at the last. I was giving the beginning. Then one more is orientation, minimum, maximum and the value. So that initial value should be given at the last. I will change it. And one more thing. Okay, see, these are the methods, important methods you can go through. So I'm showing this page from documents.oracle.com. So Oracle documents. Alright, so I have shown it in the previous videos also, for the previous classes also. Come back. So initial value, it should be 50. So that should be given at the last. This is 50. Now let us set the properties of slider. Slider sl dot set. So you can find as tick spacing, right? Minor tick spacing. So this is major. First one is major. So let it be 10. Then next one is slider dot set minor tick spacing. Minor tick spacing, I will make it as 1. Then if I just set the tick spacing is not enough. I should paint them also. If you add it and run the application, you will not find any markings, right? So you have to set a paint. Yeah, set a paint labels. So not labels for ticks. You have to set true for that ticks to appear. Set paint ticks. Then SL dot for labels also we have to set it. Set paint label. So it will show numbers 0, 10, 20. So major tick spacing it will show. So this should also be set as true. Now our slider is ready. We have set all the properties of a slider. Now next thing is progress bar. I will complete progress bar. PB assign new J progress bar. Okay. This is progress bar. What are the constructors of progress bar? Let us look at them. See, orientation, by default orientation is horizontal only, and if you want to set some minimum maximum you can set it. Alright, and orientation plus minimum maximum. So for orientation you can use swing constants dot vertical, swing constants dot horizontal. Alright, so I have not given anything, so you will get a progress bar with a horizontal orientation and there will not be any string. That's what it is mentioned here. Anyway, let us take a non-parameterized constructor of JProgressBar. Okay. Now on this progress bar, I have to set some property. So set string painted. So I should set the string first of all, and I want to show the string that is 0%. Okay. And just setting the string is not enough. I should paint it also. PB dot set string painted, right? Set string painted. So that string will appear true. So I have finished with the progress bar also. Now for drawing a circle, I need a panel, right? I need a panel. P1 I will take. P1 assign new J panel. Now when I am creating an object of a panel, I want to do drawing. So if you remember in AWT, we have seen drawing was done by paint method of any component. But in Swing, the method name is paint component. So I should override that method. So here itself, I will start in the brackets and I will override that method. Public void paint component. And it takes parameters, that is a graphics G. Using this G, I want to draw a oval. Draw oval. And the initial value, I'll make it as 200. This x-axis, and 200, that is y-axis, and the width I will give it as 50 and 50. So instead of giving 50, I prefer giving w. W value is 50, that is the width. So that's what, for that I have taken a variable w here. Then I have override the method, so close this one, semicolon. So I have used an anonymous class for my JPanel, right? So instead of JPanel, I have overridden it's some other JPanel, extended JPanel. Alright. Now I have a panel also ready. Now next thing, I will create second panel, and to that panel I will add a progress bar. New JPanel. Alright. Then to that panel, P2, I will add progress bar, PB. That's all. All components are ready. Now I have to add all these components to a frame whose default layout manager is border layout. So add, first one is slider, and slider I have to add it at border layout dot north. It should be in caps. I'll change it. So this is border layout dot north. Then I have to add panel 1. That panel 1 should be added. Panel 1 should be added to border layout dot center. Okay. So this is over. Now next, third one is add panel 2, which is having a progress bar, border layout dot south. So after adding all these components, let us run the application and see what is happening. Now before running, I will do one more thing. Set indeterminate, and that indeterminate I will make it as true. That's it. Now see what happens when I run this application. See, This is the application. At some location I got a circle. It's a different location. Anyway, you can set any coordinates. And here is the slider. Everything is ready there. And this progress bar is showing some animation. It is animating. So you can see that it's showing some busyness here, right? So if you set indeterminate true, then this will behave like this, right? So it will show it is being busy. That's all. I have prepared the interface. Now what I have to do, I have to add a event handler on this slider bar so that I will change this circle as well as I will change the slider, okay, progress bar. So let us handle the event on slider. Let us check which event is generated upon a slider. So here at last thing, slider.add change listener. So this will generate a change event. So we have to handle change listener. So I have written this here. Then here I should go and implement change listener, right, beside frame. So I have implemented change listener. So for this you have to import this package. Remember this javax.swing.event, because this listener or event doesn't belong to AWT, they belong to Swing. Now what is the method in this one? So I will take the help of NetBeans. So override this method. Yeah, it has added the body of that method. So the method name is state changed. And I will remove this exception part. Now inside this, I will get the value from the slider. W assign slider.getValue. Okay. So whatever the value of a slider, I will get it here. Then once the value of W is changed, then I should repaint the panel. Panel 1 should be repainted. P1.repaint. So it will read all the circle with different width or height. W is given width and height. Then also in the progress bar, I should change the string. In the progress bar, the string was 0%. Now I will set it to, that's W%. So progress bar dot set string. Okay, set string. Painting is already done. I don't have to worry. W, and beside that I will show percentage, W%. Then one more thing, in the beginning I set it as 0. Actually it should be 50. Now let us run the application. So if I move a slider, yes, circle is changing. But what is happening to progress bar? It is not changing. Oh, I have not changed the value of a slider. I have just changed the string right here. So I should change the value of a progress bar also. Set value to W for a progress bar. Now let us run and check. Oh, still it is not showing because it is indeterminate is not set as false. So let us set it as false. So I will remove this one. So indeterminate was just for begin purpose. Then later on you can change the value. You can make it false and you can change the value. And also let us paint it. pb.set string painted. Okay. This also as true. Anyway, we have made it as true. But let us do it one more time. And the value is changed. Now you can see that, yeah, initial value we did not set it. So that's why it was blank in the beginning. Now you can see a progress bar is also changing its percentage and also the value is changed. So that's all in this application. So I have developed the application using slider and the progress bar. I have shown you how to use them. That's it. Okay. Now you developing applications using them is your job. So you can develop numerous applications where you can use these controls if you need them. So you can use the proper control at a proper place, right? So that's all in this video. Practice this program by yourself. Let us learn about list, ComboBox and spinner. All these controls are useful for selecting one of the items in collection of items. So we'll learn about these things through an application. So the application I'm going to show you and the same application we will develop. Here is a combo box or a drop-down box. So I can select any item from this one. Now for showing the application, I have taken a text field also. whichever item is selected, that is appearing inside text field. This is a combo box. So at a time only one value will be visible. When you drop down, you'll get the list and you can select any one. Then next control is list, JList. It is having a list of items and it is also scrollable. Okay. At a time here, 8 items are visible. You can set as many items as you want. And in this, when I select, I'm showing it in text field, right? We can select multiple items using control key also, like I'm selecting these, see. So I can select multiple items by holding control key or command key on Mac operating system. This is a list. So the difference between combo box and list is, list allow multiple selection and multiple items are visible at a time. Combo box allows only a single selection and only one item is visible. The selected item is visible unless you click on it. Then this is a spinner. So it will take the range of values and you can scroll through a range of values. When you press this button, it will increment. So it is incrementing by 1. See, it has reached till 31st, 31, 31. So this is the limit I have given. So it was starting at 1 and stopped at 31. Now I can decrement it also. So I can use these buttons for making it increment or decrement. So that's what we call it as its behavior is spinner. This is a numeric spinner with numbers. And this is a list spinner. It is having list of days. Alright. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. So we can change the day here. We can select a day here. So whichever day is selected, I am showing it here inside text field. So these are 2 different types of spinners. So that's it. So just for learning how to use these components, I have these applications. Let us develop this application which will contain combo box, list box and 2 types of spinners. So I will develop all these things. Let us write a class for my frame. Inside this, I need JComboBox, okay, CB, I will take the reference, and then JList, I give the reference name as list. Then I need JSpinners, so spinner 1, spinner 2. Also we need a text field, right, F. Now constructor, my frame constructor. Inside the constructor, I will create the objects now. So first of all, I will create an object of combo box. So as an example, in the combo box, I was showing the names of the countries in the combo box, right? Names of the countries. So that name of the countries, I will take it in an array of string. So countries, I will prepare an array here. I will take few country names here, like India, right, and so on. I will write down rest of the names. So I have an array of country names, right? This array I have created. Name of the array is countries. Now I will prepare one more array. I need an array for JList also. JList was showing the list of month names, right? Month names. So I will create an array that is months. Months, it's an array. And then here, first one is January. Then the rest of them, I will keep them ready. I will type all of them. See, it's turning this into yellow color because we are not using it. Once we use, this color will be gone. Means we have declared a variable or reference, but we are not using it. Now I have array of month names, that is January, February, March, April, May, and so on. So this array is ready. Now one more thing, I have one spinner, that is spinner 2. Second spinner was having days name. So I should declare an array of strings for days names also. So days, that's name of the days. And this is, first one is Monday, right? Rest of the names I will write down. Now let us create the objects of all those components. First of all, combo box new JComboBox. Now combo box is created for list of countries, so I will pass countries as a parameter. So the array is given as parameter, so it will take that entire array as its list. Now one thing I have to explain you here.
See, JComboBox is nothing but a component, but it is containing data. That data is coming from this list of array, right? This array. So this data is called as model, and it will be shown inside the combo box. So that combo box is a visual component. So it is view. Then when you click on the combo box, something should happen, that handling an event. So we call that as controller. So the activity is called as controller, and the visual thing is called as view, and the list is called as data. So it is just like MVC, model view control. So Swing in Java supports model view controller architecture in swings. So built in it supports this one, right? So it is at a very small level, not at a big application. So MVC is generally used for bigger applications, but at component level also, Swing supports MVC. So this is the data model, okay? And this component is view. And when we are going to handle an event, that is a controller. Let us continue. We will create list now. List assign new JList, and the list is for list of months, right? So this is for months. Then I will create text field also, that is JTextField. Okay, I will be adding it afterwards, but I will create it now. So text field is also ready. Now we have to learn about spinners. So I will create object of spinner, first spinner, and that first spinner will have a numeric value, right? So the constructor for this spinner will take spinner model. Spinner model is an interface, right? So Java provides classes for spinner model. Different models are there. So directly I will use them. One is spinner number model. Spinner number model. So first one is for month, day numbers or the date of a month. I have taken a spinner from 1 to 31, 1 to 31st. So that one I will take. So the starting value is 1 and ending value is 31st. Okay. But what should be the initial value? That should be given in the beginning. So initial value should be 1. Oh, should come inside brackets. Then one more thing, the last parameter is how much it should increment. So it should increment by 1. So I have created an object of spinner number model. This gives the initial value, and this is the starting value, minimum value. This is the maximum value. Okay. And this is increment value. How much you want to increment when the spinner is clicked. So this is first spinner, that is showing the dates from 1 to 31st. Then I have one more spinner that is having the list of days, this one, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that one I will create now. So new JSpinner, and this one also will take a spinner model. That spinner model is spinner list model. Spinner list model, and this will take days as a list. So I am giving that array to a spinner list model, and that spinner model is given to spinner. That's it. So all the components are ready. Now I have to add all these components to a frame. So I will set the layout, set layout. So I have set the layout as a new flow layout. Now we can add the components. So first component is combo box. Then likewise I will add all other components. So I have added all the components, that is combo box, spinner 1, spinner 2, then list, and then text field. So components are ready, and also I have a main method ready. Let us run the application and see how it looks like. Yeah, everything is ready, but one thing is missing here. Scroll bar is not there to this list, right? Scroll bar is not there. Let us include this list into a JScrollPane so that it will add a scroll bar to this one. Then also we have to handle events on all these. See, I want to show everything inside this one, right? So I will handle event on all these things, and I will handle listeners or write on listeners for handling those events. Let us go back to the application. See, here I am adding a list. So what I will do is I will take JScrollPane and I will include that list inside JScrollPane, and JScrollPane is added to a frame. So now you will find a scroll bar. To this list, you can set number of items that should be visible. Okay, so if you want, you can set the number of items to be visible. Like here, I will go up when I've created an object there, list dot set visible the row count. So you can select this one. You can call this method how many we want. Suppose we want 5. So now 5 rows will be visible from a list. And that is inside scroll pane. So you can scroll and see the rest of the rows. So by setting set a visible row count, you can set the number of rows to be visible. Now we have to handle events. So first of all, I will handle an event on a combo box. CB dot. So let us see which event is generated by combo box. Action event. Okay, we are familiar with this one. So I will handle action event. So I will write on required code for handling action event. I have to make the class implements action listener. So my frame class extends JFrame and implements action listener. Now I must override that is action perform method. So let's override action perform method. So I am overriding action perform method. So inside this, whenever a check combo box is clicked, it will call this method. So inside this method, I have to set the text inside text field. So text field dot set text. So what text I want to select? I want to select the text from that combo box. So combo box dot get selected item. So I will get selected item. Now you can see that it will return an object, but actually we want a string, but it will consider it as object. So I will typecast this as a string so that it is set inside the text field. So typecasting is required here. So combo box is ready. Event handling on combo box is done. Now let us go to list. Let us check what is the event generated by list. List dot add. You can see this. Add list selection listener. So add this one. Once I say this, I have to say this class is implementing the listener. So I should implement this listener. What is that? List selection listener. I will copy this. And here I will paste it. So now you can see that this this class is also implementing list selection listener. Do we know about this selection listener? Do we know what are the methods? So we will take the help of NetBeans to find out the method. So just select here, click here and press Alt Enter. It will automatically add a method. See, method name is value changed. Right? List selection event is generated and it is value change. So what I have to do, I am going to show it inside text field, right? So text field dot set text, then list dot get selected value, and this get selected value is also returning an object. So I should typecast it. So here in the beginning, I will convert this into a string. So this object is converted into a string. So I have overridden value change also for list selection listener. So on the list also it is over. Now what is left? Spinners are left. So sp1 spinner1 dot. See what is the event generated when you change the listener? Change listener, right? Change event is generated. So we have to implement that is change listener. So I will copy this change listener. Okay. And paste it here. Okay. So now once you paste it, this class become abstract and it will ask us to override the method. So change listener, we don't know what the method present there. So there is only one method. Okay. So let us see, take the help of NetBeans, Alt Enter, it will add a overridden method. Okay. So let us see the method. Yeah, method name is state changed. Here it has added. Now actually I have to make one change here. This should be this. Okay, add change listener. Now in this method, I have to change the text inside the text field depending on the spinner clicked. So I am going to handle it on both spinners, right? So I will add the same statement for the second spinner also. So this is for the first spinner and the second one is second spinner. Both the spinners will generate the event, and they will call the same method because we have registered same class for both of them. Now inside this, I will change the text of a text field depending on the spinner clicked. I am using get source method of an event. So this is the parent class method, right? So in every event you will have this one. So if that source is sp1, means reference of a first spinner, then get the value of the first spinner and set it in text field. So actually the value is numeric value. So this needs a string. So I have given a string here, empty string. Else, if it is not sp1, then we have to set the text field dot set text, and I have to get the value from second spinner, that is sp2 dot get value. Okay, get value, and this value is a string, but we have to typecast it as a string because we know that it will take it as an object. That's all. So for different components, I have handled their listeners depending on events they generate. Let us run the application. Right, this is from the list box, and we can see only 5 items here because I have set the visible count as 5. Okay, then I can select any country, and this is also changing, and even the days are also changing, right? So that's all. In this application, I have developed the complete application. So you practice this one, so you get used to with these components, you will learn how to use them. Now, wherever you require, you can use them in your application. That's all in this video.
Let us learn about menu and toolbar. Swing is having classes for menu, that is JMenuBar or JMenuItem, and JMenu are the classes available. And also it is having classes for JToolBar. So we will learn about this through an application. So I am giving introduction to menu and toolbar. Let us learn about them through an application. So here is an application. I will explain about the application, then we will develop the same application using toolbar and menu. Now this is a toolbar. This is having different icons on it. Alright. So actually these are images, and if you press them, they get pressed. I have not written any functionality behind them, so nothing is happening when I click on them. These are actually buttons. They are kept on a bar, and this bar is a toolbar. I have a menu also. A menu is having 2 menu items, open and save. You can add more items. Already I have explained about menu in AWT. So it's the same thing, just the names of the classes are different. And you can set mnemonics, that is shortcuts for the menu items. Okay. Now I have one of the menu item implemented. I have written action behind it. That is, this is open. Actually the icon is for saving, I think, but I'm using it for opening a file. I will click this one. Oh, this is opening a dialog box. This is a file chooser dialog box. J file chooser. We can select any file. So in this, I will select one of the file. I will go into NetBeans project, and this project that I am showing you is a swing menu tool, that is menu and toolbar. Inside the source menu tool, this is a Java file. I will open this. Oh, it is opening that Java file. So this is the program that we are looking at now. We will develop the same program. So I have implemented only for one of the button, so to open a file. So you can open any file. Just click on this one and select this file. Now this file is open. So it is behaving just like any text editor. And even I can type more things in this one. I can type more. Right? So you can develop a notepad-like application by providing all possible features in this one. Alright, copy, paste, edit. You can increase the font size, font settings, all the things you can do. So I am using the same event handler for this menu item also. If I say open, again it will do the same thing. Open dialog. See, this is a class file. It's not human readable. It is a byte code. So that's it. I have shown you the application. This is very simple application. It's very easy because we are not having a lot of functionality in this one. We will be focusing on toolbar and menu. That's it. So let us develop the application. So I have kept the partial skeleton of an application ready. It's a my frame extending from J frame, then JToolBar. I am taking 7 buttons for various buttons that you have seen. So I am taking 7 buttons. And a text area, the text was shown by text area. Now I have to create a toolbar, add all these buttons to toolbar. Okay, so inside the JFrame, I will create a toolbar and I will add buttons to that one. So this is toolbar demo, then TB assign new J toolbar. A toolbar is created. Now I have to create all these 7 buttons and add them to the toolbar. Okay, so I will create the first button. First button is new J button, and on this I want an icon. So new image icon. So instead of text, I will be adding a image to that one. So I need the address of an image. So where are images? So already I have kept the images in the folder. I will show you. See, inside the projects, if I go, then here there is a folder called resource. Resource is a folder, and inside this folder I have a folder or a package called images, and inside this I have various images with the PNG, or one of them is a JPG extension. So I have copied all the images in this package. So that I have done inside files. Actually inside files, if you see, I have made a folder called resource. Inside that I made a folder called images. Inside that I have copied these images. I have collected these images from internet and I have resized them to a smaller size images. So using MS Paint you can do that. You can change the size of an image, and small size images you can put them here. So you can download any image from internet, from Google it, and get the images, and you can resize them, put them here. So when you put them inside a folder, right, so then you can use them here. So I should give a path here, that is resource/images. Let me check, is it images or just image? Yeah, images. Then first one is open.png. Yes, this is the first image. Button is ready. B1 button is ready. Similarly, I should create all the buttons. So I will create all of them. Okay, I will copy paste and create all of them. So 7 buttons I will be creating. So I have created all the buttons by giving different images. So I have 7 buttons ready, and toolbar.add, tb.add, I am adding these buttons to toolbars, right? So 3 buttons I have added, the next 4 buttons. Now in between them, actually I want to give a separator in a toolbar so that the group of buttons are separated. So toolbar.add new J toolbar.separator. So this will create an object of a separator and it will add it to a toolbar. So a separator will be added in between a group of these 3 buttons and these 4 buttons. Alright, so that's all. A toolbar is ready. So I have created a toolbar. Then let us add this toolbar as well as a text area to a frame, JFrame or content pane of JFrame. So I will create an object of text area also. So text area assign new JTextArea, and this text area I will add it to scroll pane sp new J scroll pane, and I will give a text area to it. So text area is kept inside scroll pane. Now let us add these 2 things to a frame. So just say add. First I have to add a toolbar. So I will add a toolbar in the north, border layout.north. Then next I will add a scroll pane sp.border layout.center. So this will be included or added to a frame in the center. So that's it. Toolbar is ready, but there is no functionality added on any button. So let us run this application and check whether it will show toolbar. Yes, it is showing a toolbar. And one more thing I did not show you, this toolbar is detachable. You can make it floating toolbar. You can make it move anywhere, right? You can make it move it anywhere, floating toolbar. When you close this, it will dock to the northern portion of a frame, north of a frame. So this is a docking toolbar, which is fixed to one of the border of a frame. And text area I have added, I am able to type also, right? So this is there. Now I have to develop a menu, and also I should handle one of the event. So let us do that thing. Now before adding functionality, I will add a menu. So there is a class for JMenuBar, MB assign new JMenuBar. This is the menu bar. In AWT we have learned about menu. So there we had a class called MEnuBar. Here it is JMenuBar. So nothing different. So it's same as that AWT menu bar only, right? But it is made for Swing. So Swing is having its own look and feel. So this menu bar will be shown by Java itself. It is not a borrowed menu bar. Okay. Then JMenu, I will give the name of a menu as a file. Then new JMenu, and the labeling is also file. Then I will take two menu items. Okay. So I have taken two menu items, M1, M2. First one is save and second one is open. See, whatever the label of this one is, this becomes an action command. When a menu item is clicked, it generates action event. Same as AWT. So here also it generates action event. So the action event will have action command, the label of a component which has generated that event. So it will have action command as open. But what about these buttons? Let us go back. Buttons are there. Yes. For these buttons also, action command event is generated. So they should also have some action command, but there is no action command for them because they have images. So we can define action command for them. So I will come back and do it. So let us go back to menu. So I have given the name as open, lowercase open. Okay. Then I should develop the entire menu now. So I should add this menu items to a menu. Menu should be added to menu bar. Menu bar should be set inside the frame. So that code I will write down. File menu dot add first menu item M1. File menu dot add second menu item dot, that is M2. Then in menu bar add file menu. Then set JMenuBar. See, in AWT it was set menu bar, but here it is set JMenuBar. So give that menu bar. So the method is different, but the working is same. So now in these lines a menu is ready. Then next thing in the menu, I said that we can give mnemonics to a menu also, right? So for this menu item M1, M2, for M2 I will give a mnemonic. M2 dot set mnemonic. So I can set the mnemonic, and the code is from key event. We can take a key. So which key you want, you can mention here. So it is key event dot vk underscore. For open I will take O. So capital O. Okay. So O will become a key, right? It's a shortcut for a menu. So it is ready till here. Let us run the application and check it once. Yeah, a menu is added to this one. See, even inside menu we can add separator also. So I will add a separator in between save and open. So you can group the set of menu items and add a separator between them. So inside file menu, after adding menu item 1, so file dot add separator. So add separator. This will add a separator. So this will separate, that is save and open. I will show you. See, there is a line separating this save and open. So in this way you can add a separator also. That's all. So the complete user interface is ready. Just I have to do is add a action listener so that I handle action event on them. Video is becoming lengthy, so I will show event handling part in next video. So watch next video for event handling. I will write down a action listener. So for that, inside a frame, I will write down the things that is implements action listener, and also I will write down override a method public void action perform. Then we will talk about it. This is JFrame implements action listener. Then I am overriding action perform method for action listener. Yeah, this is there. Now this action listener should be added on a button as well as a menu item. So I have shown you a demonstration for open, right? So open is M2 here. And what about buttons? Okay, for buttons, open means it is button 2. So M2 and button 2. So let us prepare them first. Let us get them ready. B2 dot set action command. There is an image on that is image icon is there, so it is not having any action command, so you may get a reference of a object. That's it, image object. So but we want text, so I have given action command. So you can set any action command to buttons or menu items, your own words, you can add them. So it means you have a freedom now to show something in the label and have a different thing in an action command. That is the benefit you can take. Then for B2, I should add action listener. So this is the class for action listener. On M2 also I should add action listener. So I have added action listener for both. So when I click on a menu item or when I click on this button in a toolbar, this method will be called. Now inside this method, I am going to show a file chooser and take the file and open that file. So first of all, I have to take a file chooser. So there is a class called file chooser available in Swing. So this is a file chooser. File chooser dot, it is having some methods. So useful methods, you can handle event on it. Okay, just look at the bold one. Cancel selection, change parent. Okay, so this you'll understand. Yes, here you can see. Get current directory, get dialog title. There are methods for getting information about a dialog, that is file chooser. That is nothing but a file dialog box. Okay. So get selection, I'll type G and let us look at G methods only. So, but for getting the selected file, first of all, you should open a dialog box. So for opening a file chooser dialog box, file chooser dot, there is a method called show dialog. You can show the dialog box. Okay, so showing the dialog box is different. Whatever the purpose is, you can open it for, use it for that purpose. But when you say open dialog box, it will show the dialog box for opening a file. Save means saving a file. So we'll take open dialog box and we have to mention who is the parent for this dialog box. So this dialog box will open upon our JFrame. So this same thing, that is same, we are inside JFrame only. So this is a parent of this one dialog box. Then we will get the selected file. This will give the object of a file. So I will take a F as a reference for file. So file is a class available in java.io, right? We have already learned about this one. Now once we know the file, what I have to do is I have to open the file, read the data from the file and set it inside text area. So for that, I have to use file input stream. So I will write down the code, then I will explain you. I have taken an object of file input stream, which is taking a file. So it will open the file for reading. This is ready. And when we access file input stream or IO objects, then we should handle exception that may cause IO exception. But I wrote exception here, which will handle any exception. So I don't want to add extra lines for exception handling, right? Now, once the file is open, I should read it from the file. So what I will be reading? I will be reading bytes. So I should know how many bytes are there so that I can create an array of bytes. So how I can know how many bytes are there? File input stream dot available is a method. Okay, available. So it will give you how many bytes are available in this one. Then I will create a byte array of that size. Then from file input stream, I will read everything into a byte array B. then the entire content of the file will be inside byte array B. Then I should create a string using this byte array. So create an object of a string using this byte array. Then to a text area, set the text, that is str. So I am reading from the file, creating a string, setting that string to a text area. That's it. And once I have finished, I should close a file. This is a good practice that when you have used a resource, finish using the resource, close it. Let us run. Open. This is the file. Yeah, you can see that file has opened. Now from here, open NetBeans. This is the application. Where is it? Yeah. Swing that is menu and tool. Inside the source, inside a package, this is a Java file. Just select that so you can see the same Java file, the one we have written just now, right? See, string str and creating an object, setting in text and closing a file. Just now we wrote this one. So I'm able to open the file. So let us add one more functionality. So I will show you color chooser also. There is a class called JColorChooser. You can choose a color. So let us change the color of this font. So I will add that to this save button, right? We will not be saving, but changing the color. So we need one button. So we will use the button that is save button. So here, inside this one, if a.getActionCommand.equals is open, if it is open, then open file chooser and all these things. We will do it here. Okay. Then inside else, we will open a color chooser. So JColorChooser dot. There is a class for JColorChooser. All right. So show dialog. This is a show dialog. All right. So show dialog is taking three parameters. Who is a parent? What is the title? What is the initial color? So parent is this. This is who is this? This is a frame. Then title is font color. Okay. And by default, it has taken here yellow. Let us make it as a red color. Okay. And this dialog box will appear and it will return the color. So let us take the color in COL variable, color, that is references COL. Now this color, I will set it as a font color for text area. Okay. So TA dot set foreground color. So for foreground color, I will use COL. Automatically it has taken that one. So font color is a foreground color for the text area. Now this event handling should be done for a button, that is toolbar button, that is B1. I said that we will add it for save, though it is not for color changing, but we don't have, instead of adding an extra button, I will do it here. Now on the B1 dot add action listener, this, right? So this is add action listener. Now same way on a menu item 1 also I will add action listener, that is this, add action listener, this, yes, over. Now let us run the application. It is ready. Okay. First of all, I will open one file. I will open this file. Then I will change the color chooser. You can see a color chooser appearing here. I can select any color. So I will take a dark red color. Then I will say okay. So you can see that this color of this text has changed. This color has changed, right? So now I'll take some other color, yellow color. Okay. So this is changed to yellow color. That's it. So we have seen color chooser also, file chooser also. So that's all in this application. So try to develop it. and you can use it in your application, so wherever required. So just I have given introduction, what are these components and how to use them. That's all in this video.